We are more alike than we are different, yet we see the tragic results all too often of what happens when we focus on those differences instead of celebrating the gift, the privilege, the honor that is humanity. Among our own, we judge each other based on hair texture, eye color, body shape, skin tone, and for those we know who have a mixed race heritage, sometimes we shun our own thinking that they are somehow not a part of us. This poem is entitled, Did They? Part 1. When they saw you, what did they do? Did they open their loving arms to you? Embracing every bit of your essence, marinating in your spirit as if the absorption would save their very lives, welcoming you home to the sweet bosom of familial love, sweet like cinnamon sticky buns, fresh out of the hearth in the still sleepy parts of morning, sweet like ripe red California seedless grapes recently picked off the vines, sweet like the soft skin of a newborn baby, newly bathed in powder just before falling into a peaceful slumber. Sweet like the anticipated first kiss of untrained lovers stealing away for a moment of play. Did they ask of your whereabouts, concerned for your safety and well-being, rejoicing at your accomplishments, proud like they were the initiators? Did they? When they saw you, what did they see? Did they see themselves as though gazing through a looking glass, mirror images of your shared ancestry? Did they see golden sunsets of Mother Africa in your eyes as you met each gaze, one on one? Did they see burnished copper and priceless jewels in the undertones of your skin? Did they see great kings and queens of our native land, their blood flowing like the Nile through your veins, in the firm but proud set of your jaw as you faced them head on? And did they see a shared struggle of a people in diaspora being enslaved and denied basic rights, yet still knowing enough to go within to search out self-worth and dignity, shown in every stride of your powerful gait? Did they see someone who knows what it's like to have more month than money, yet still finding a way to press on despite it? Did they look at you and call you sister? Did they? Part 2. When they saw me, their first instincts were to put up a guard all around themselves to protect them from my friendly advances. Friendly like a homeroom teacher introducing a new student when she transferred in the class midway through the semester. Friendly like seagulls at the beach, knowing you hold their next meal in your knapsack. Friendly like a child sharing his sandwich with a buddy whose lunch was stolen by a neighborhood bully. But they shunned me as though something other than my friendship was infectious. When they saw me, I heard the rise of whispers going up all around me. It sounded like a hive of honeybees attacking their prey, and I was it. But I could only make out snippets of what was being said. The way my ears were ringing, I knew they were talking about me. I felt their evil eyes upon my fair skin, burning holes in my flesh as I tried to shrink out of sight, even though I didn't want to. I came offering peace and friendship, but no one wanted it. How did this happen? How did I end up defending an honor I didn't even know I had? I saw their razor-sharp eyes upon my hair, slashing away at my silken flowing tresses, their mouths telling me to put my hair up, saying that it offended them, but I didn't understand why. I'd spent so much time on it, brushing it until it shone. I felt so much prettier when I let it flow freely. They saw the fear standing at attention in my half-Asian eyes. Not even sunglasses could hide it, and they smiled when they saw it. They did not acknowledge that we shared the same ancestry, choosing to forget that one drop made it so, but I knew. No one looked at me and called me sister. The heart yearns for what it wants, so much so that oftentimes we miss the very blessings that are right there on the scene, awaiting our acknowledgement, awaiting our acceptance. This one's entitled, Now I Will Praise. You looked beyond me into the face of another, saying, will you see me? As your heart longed to be received by one whose eyes were too dim to see. And I said, beloved, I see you. I see the longing in your heart, see the hurt in your eyes as your dream dies a little more behind one more rejection. The sky was so blue this morning. I thought of you as I got out my colors to paint on heavenly expanse. You were on my mind, and I said to you, beloved, do you see me? My heart longed for you, longed to reach out and hold you, but you never called on me, choosing instead to pick up the phone. You did not see me. Your words were so beautiful, so eloquent, as you thoughtfully considered what you would say, expressing words of love and gratitude to one who was deaf. He did not hear. I long to hear you croon words of love to me, sing songs of love to me. I am your God, and I love you more than you will ever know. There were birds singing their morning song outside your window when you awoke. Did you hear the one whose song rang out louder, clearer, crisper than the others? I sent her to bless you with my morning song, to sing my song of love to you. I'm here, she crooned. How beautiful was her melody. You did not hear me in her bird song, instead closing the window in irritation, saying, it is too early for all that noise. Your wounded heart cries out for another to hear, and he refuses. He can't. Was not wired to be what you need, but I, your God, I hear every word that comes out of your mouth, hear every cry in your heart. And I am saying to you, beloved, I come to you countless times each day, calling you to myself, speaking to your spirit, and through chosen vessels, and through Christian television, and through the lady at the checkout who risks rejection to say, Jesus loves you. I see your casual smile and partial acceptance, filing those words in the far recesses of your mind, still wishing for the love of another. When will you hear? Extra care was put into what you would wear, just how you'd make yourself more appealing. It almost destroyed your spirit when on to another he went. Without a second look back, all your hope was wrapped up in him. I was there holding you while you slept, tears soaking the pillow. This time you cried out to me, and I crooned my love song to you. It hurt me so to see you wounded, especially when I had to tell you, let it go, beloved. Give that dream to me. Your wounded spirit cries out for another, cries out, saying, who will love me, Lord? And I cried with you, saying, I do. Oh, I do. I always have. Don't you see? You cried like you'd never recover. But I held you and finally was able to show my love to you at a higher level. It took time, but one day you got it. Lord, where were you when all these things were happening? Right here, reaching out to you. Silence. Thick silence as you processed those words. I was looking outside of you and therefore could not see you. I'm sorry. You hung your head low, but I would have none of that. Hold your head up, beloved. I love you. I want you and I always will. I see you. I hear you. I am your forever companion. I am Jehovah Shammah, your God who will never leave you and never forsake you. More silence. Thank you. 2 small words, but I heard what you could not express. You were thanking me for so many things, even from saving you from yourself. I saw your head raised. Then you began to dance and to sing and to laugh and to cry. This time, tears of joy. You were free. Now I will praise, Lord, you said. Now I will praise. Far too often, I see my sisters accepting hard hands instead of tender touches from their beloveds. One woman lost to domestic violence is one woman too many. Their stories, their names, their faces are not forgotten. Their lives matter, and this one is for them. Watercolors.